Palworld has taken the gaming world by storm, but not everyone is thrilled about it. What's up, nerds, and welcome to InGame. I'm Hoops4, and today we are going to discuss everything surrounding the Palworld discourse and controversies. This game has absolutely blown up seemingly overnight, and there are plenty of talking points to go along with it. Is Palworld just a Pokemon ripoff? Is the game stealing assets and using AI to create what we see? So much to talk about, and Palworld shows no signs of slowing down, so let's go ahead and enter gaming. In case you have been living under a rock, Palworld is a new game dubbed Pokemon with Guns that has taken the gaming community by storm. The gameplay loop consists of typical survival mechanics like base building and resource gathering, along with fighting and capturing pals to aid you on your adventure. There are dungeons to explore and bosses to fight as you explore the world either solo or with friends. After logging several hours myself on Xbox, it's a really fun experience. The graphics are not exceptional, but the game runs well, and heck, it's fun. Alone or with friends, I have yet to not enjoy a session with Palworld. Now, when I say this game blew up, I mean it. It's breaking records with unbelievable numbers just days after launch. Just to give you an idea, the Palworld Twitter account shared that Palworld has now sold over 7 million copies in 5 days. That's a crazy number for a AA game. Not only that, it also boasts the second highest all-time concurrent player count on Steam, surpassing 1.85 million concurrent players at its peak. It has been so outrageous, Epic had to call an emergency meeting to ensure the servers could handle this many players. At the time of writing, it's also handily the top-selling game and most played game on Steam right now. So, the first question I want to ask is, why this game? Why Palworld? I mean, there are so many games that release every day. Why did Palworld blow up with exponentially higher numbers than it arguably should have? Well, I think there are a few reasons for this. First, it's a fun game, and that needs to be emphasized. I've been playing on Xbox, and while its numbers there are still significant, it's nothing compared to the Steam crowd. Okay, so why is the Steam community breaking records for this game? Honestly, I think it's pretty simple. Palworld is the type of game that the PC community migrates to. Survival games like Lethal Company or Valheim always end up with massive PC followings. They are great games for content creators and streamers and their communities. Palworld fits the mold by being a fun survival game integrated with known mechanics, like catching pals, into a new system to create a new and exciting environment. It's really no wonder the PC community latched onto Palworld so quickly. But of course, Pokemon has to come into this conversation as well. And for starters, I can't help but wonder if part of Palworld's explosion is related to sticking it to Nintendo and Game Freak. In a lot of ways, Palworld is what Pokemon should be at this point in time. The latest Pokemon game, Scarlet and Violet, suffered an atrocious launch due to performance issues that rendered the game nearly unplayable. Anyone who played at launch can attest to the poor performance, and Palworld has none of that. Even in an early access state, and at a reasonable $30 price tag, it looks better, plays better, and is just as simple and addicting. Is Palworld what Nintendo and Game Freak need to push Pokemon into a better place? That's just a bit of my theory, but let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Any big game will come with its criticisms, and Palworld has its fair share, stemming from reused assets to the pals themselves. There is no secret that there are elements like the Fortnite pickaxe swing, and Breath of the Wild music and opening scene, you know how you come out of a temple? Even Elden Ring seems to have been an inspiration, with its Evergale portals being used as boss dungeons in Palworld. Director Takuro Mizobi has been very outspoken in the past as to reusing assets, having absolutely no problem with it. Additionally, he has spoken positively on the use of AI in the games industry. These comments are definitely interesting given how Palworld's early access is being received by critics and players alike, but by no means incriminating without evidence and proof. At the end of it all, the worst accusations come with regard to the design of the pals themselves, which have been under fire for how similar they look to Pokemon. Besides the designs themselves, nothing else really is like Pokemon. It's really the core issue here. The gameplay, the combat, and even tonally, it's totally different than Pokemon's. It's just the designs themselves. and, how you catch the pals in pal spheres instead of Pokeballs. These comparisons can be seen fairly early on, between the Pal Land Ball and the Pokemon Wooloo. They do look awfully similar, but to play devil's advocate, they also both look a lot like sheep. Palworld didn't just drop out of nowhere either. There have been previous trailers that have gathered traction for the game. There are a lot of legalities in the conversation, and I'm no lawyer, but the fact that Nintendo has not made any actions yet means they may not be able to. There are parody laws in place to incentivize creativity, but there are also of course concerns over copyrights. But again, Nintendo has not acted yet, so I think Palworld may be safe. It's worth noting that Palworld doesn't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon. They just released a roadmap including bug fixes and new modes like PvP. It seems like they are trying to capitalize on their overnight success, and who can blame them? Maybe, at the end of the day, it will motivate Nintendo and Game Freak and provide some healthy competition to the genre. I mean, one can hope. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave your thoughts on Palworld and its discourse down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I'm Hoobs4, this is InGame, and I'll see you nerds on the next one. Peace. Thank you for watching, right here on InGame. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more content.